Namaste everyone here at Booktube. Welcome to my channel, Hamsavahini Vajra Astra. I'm Ohuna. Today's video is going to be about a book review which I'm going to do about one of the books which I recently read in September this year. So this would be Prime Thinker. Now I absolutely love this book, and after finishing this book I have penned down some of my thoughts on a few pages which I'll be referring to. Now the name of this book, as you know, is Prime Thinker, and it can be categorized under the genre of space science fiction, and it is hard science fiction. The author is Niranjan Mahajan, who is a budding author. He's got reviews from very good and influential people like Captain Nancy Vermeulen, who is a space ambassador and astronaut trainer, and the foreword has been written by Anton Gill, who is the award-winning author of the Assassin's Creed, and it's written right here on the front cover. Now I arrived at this book while participating in SpaceOperaSeptember Readathon. Now this is a readathon which was held on Booktube, and it is hosted by the booktuber Thomas from his Booktube channel SFF180. The links to his announcement video are in the description box below, so in case if you're curious, do please check on the links and it will take you straight to his videos. Now let's arrive at the plot of this book. Now the time period when this plot unravels is during the time when Stephen Hawking was alive, and he was conducting his research on space science, of course, and the plot occurs in a sister galaxy to the Milky Way, which is called the Nimbus Galaxy. However, Nimbus Galaxy is the better and more evolved version of the Milky Way. Now there are 5 habitable planets in the Nimbus Galaxy. The first is Hypatev, which is the planet of our concern. It is technologically and scientifically advanced, and the civilization is that of a scientific and technological civilization. The next is the Zach planet, and it is also, like the Hypatev, technologically and scientifically advanced. However, it directs all its research and technology in the military, because it is governed by a very powerful military warlord called Valmir, who is terrorizing the entire 5 habitable planets of the Nimbus Galaxy. There is also another planet called the Altoimus, who is a military-based civilization, and its strength is in weaponry. There is also another planet called Zokros, which is an agriculture-based civilization, and Kleiner, which is the last of the planets, and it excels in mining and collecting natural resources. Now there is a common interplanetary peacekeeping organization called the Kazaz, which coordinates the mutual interests of the 5 planets, brings them together, as well as maintains the peace amongst them. Now on our main concern, or the planet of our main concern, planet Hypatev, there are various secret service organizations with specific functions, like the Primus, which is structured for the betterment of people through knowledge. There is also the Skolbits, which is a rival secret service organization, and there is the Cyanolt, which is older than the Primus. It's more ancient, but they are seekers, and they train the primes, or the members of the Primus organization, who are called the Primes, to make better judgment while they are applying the technological and scientific research work. Now our plot revolves around the Primus organization. Now the Primus organization has 4 grandmasters and other functional hierarchies, which retire and select the next succeeding hierarchy, who need to select and train the next generation of primes, which are 21 in number, who will make it to the primes, because there's a lot of shuffling which takes place and they have to go through rigorous tests, etc. And these 21 primes are one of the best 21 individuals on the planet. They have specific functions, and they have special qualities because of which they excel, and they are taken out of the ordinary living. They are detected and taken out of the ordinary living, and they are trained at the Primus, which is a secret service organization, and they form the 21 primes. There are other competitive secret service organizations like the Skolbets, who also do the same, except their numbers are larger. Now the 21 primes who are selected have to be trained not only to protect the planet Hypatev with their knowledge and expertise, but also bring about constructive evolution for improvement of life at Hypatev. So this is all about the primes, and the biggest fear of the Primus organization is the threat they face from Warlord Valmir from planet Zach, who is extremely ambitious and wants to control all the habitable planets of the Nimbus galaxy. Now, in a not so long ago and not so forgotten interplanetary war which had recently occurred in the Nimbus galaxy, Hypatev was forced to put up with the best of its defenses to counteract with the attack which was being imposed by Warlord Valmir. However, at the nick of time, Valmir, or at a very critical time, Valmir made a critical decision of not proceeding with the attack and withdrew from the war. So it was Hypatev who won the war with the help of the Primus organization. Now the primes, the 21 primes since then, had been working very hard in their respective sectors of profession, and after presenting their life's greatest work, they have, which is a contribution, it's a huge technological and scientific revolutionary contribution which is made to better the life of the society. They have the period of revelation, and after which they succeed to their respective designations in the Primus secret organization. Now, our main leads of the Primus organization are now Dr. Benalto and Dr. Salarzizos, and they elect the 21 fresh primes with Starlight cores. Now, the Starlight core is one of the main primary I would say concepts of this particular novel. Now, the Starlight core stands for subconscious, transformed, artificially rooted, organic legame, implemented cerebral tron manifested system. So these are individuals who have a specific gene code or a genetic code which helps them to absorb the cosmic vibrations and interact with the cosmos in their own respective ways, to know what vibrations the cosmos is sending out to them, and also to know about various events which might unfold in the past, which has unfolded, and how it has affected the present, or which might unfold in the future. So it's almost equivalent to the star seed phenomenon which we have on Earth, with a more scientific and technological inclination, or what we call on Earth as the pre-Atlantean memory which resides in the human genes. Now, Warlord Valmir is an obsessive, compulsive, yet brilliant scientist, and he was a prodigy since a teenager, and he wants to explore the limits of science, and he wants his name to be etched in gold in the history of Kazaz, and for this he must build a time machine to prove himself, which will help him to understand the fundamental questions of existence, creation, and his role and purpose in them by going back in time and meeting the creator when it all started. So this is what Warlord Valmir wants to do, and for this novel revolves later about the creation of the time travel machine, how it brings the planet together, as well as the inhabitants of the planets together, and how it affects the entire civilizations which are forthcoming, and what the time travelers discover, and the science they understand about the multiverse and the cosmitoverse, and who all they meet in their time travel. There is also Stephen Hawking, who is hosting a fun space travelers party, and all that happens in between. So to know more into the time traveling expedition and how it affects Warlord Valmir and the primes, please read this fabulous book. It is amazing. Now, the striking features of this plot, which I personally found, was first, it's hard space science fiction. Second, it introduces brilliantly the concepts of gravity, momentum, cosmology, quantum physics, particle accelerators, and nanotechnology. It's like stepping into the futuristic dynamics, and the storyline kept me engrossed because the plot is brilliant. I don't have any sort of criticism where I could probably point out in this book. However, most of it is almost negligible, but I really was blown away by the plot. Now, the writing style of this author is lucid, and the plot has its fluidity in every scenario, which I liked, and it's quite vibrant in its character development. The mood is scientific yet lucid, and my favorite character of this book was Neo. I absolutely love this character, and the rating which I would give to this book is 4 on 5. So those would be some of my thoughts on Prime Thinker. Let me know what you think about it. If you ever read this book, please leave a comment or make a video in response to this video about Prime Thinker. I would love to know what you think about it. And with this, I'll be wrapping up this video. I hope I would be able to bring another big book review for you in the next video. So till then, take care, have a good reading week ahead, and namaste.